Good morning, guys. Welcome back here. We have so much stuff going on. I can't even, I don't know how I'm going to get everything done. All right. So, we're going to keep working on this tractor a little bit today as we get time. Dad, in a little while, is going to tear the solution pump off of the sprayer, and we're going to go through that and put a seal kit in. I have one right here in this box. This box costs about $500, so we're going to get that put in. I got an email this morning, I don't know what time, but whatever, and I had ordered some ink for our printer about 3 days ago and expected it to show up any day, and they told me they canceled my order, so I gotta go get some because our printer's out of ink. I can't print anything. 3 or 4 things we were trying to do yesterday. So the first thing I'm gonna do is run and do that. And then this afternoon, we're going to try and get our clover seed spread. So I've got some of that. We put that seeder on the gator. I've shown you that. We don't have a lot to do, but we're going to try and do it and get that done out of the way. We'll get the seeder out of the gator because we'll be done with it. You guys see this weather forecast? I'm going to put it up. Take a look. Things are about to break loose here. It is March. It is very early. We do not typically get dry ground conditions in March. We are very dry for the time of year that we are in right now. So, we're gonna, I don't know about this weekend, but by Monday, I am about 95% sure we're gonna be in the fields doing some tillage. So we need to get field cultivators hooked up. We gotta get the disc hooked up. We got all kinds of stuff that needs to happen and go. And so, I guess this afternoon, maybe that's the plan. Maybe I'll have to come to work tomorrow. I don't know. I'm shocked by this. Usually it's the middle of April before we're even thinking about this kind of stuff. But with the ground being as dry as it is right now, we think it would be a huge advantage to be able to go get some of the spring tillage done, work the fields down, get them leveled up so that in a month, when it is time to plant, we just go plant. We don't have to worry about the tillage. And if it's a touch wet, we'll be okay because we don't have to do tillage. We'll already have it done. Plus, if it does stay dry, which we're kind of getting a little concerned about it turning dry on us here, and we're starting to have a drought maybe, if we can do the tillage now, it'll help conserve moisture later because we won't be airing the ground out later when we're trying to plant stuff. So anyway, that's the plan for today. First thing, let's go do some running around, get some ink and all that for the toner, for the printer. Coincidentally, we're going down to Berkey Way, so we're going to stop there and take a look at those fields. Maybe we'll run down there with a field cultivator next week. I don't know. I'm not opposed to it. So we're going to look at them, see what things look like. Okay, so I'm down on one of our fields here in Berkey. Just wanted to take a look and see what the ground looks like. It's pretty dry on top. This particular spot right here drowned it out last spring, so it's one of the wetter spots in the field. I brought my spade so we can do a little digging. Let's see what we got here. Just from the shovel full of dirt, I can tell you that if it was May, there was not a doubt in my mind we'd be out here going. A little frost. This is dry. I think it's drier here in Berkey than it is back in Waldron, actually. So, you know, we could bring the disc down here and hit these corn stalks so that when it's ready to plant, we can just plant it. So here's another field. This one was beans last year and was chisel plowed this fall. So, or run a ripper through it, I guess, not chiseled. As opposed to those corn stalks that were disced. I was curious if these were gooier. They are a touch gooier. But still, if it was prime season, no doubt we would be out here working this. So that's what I wanted to know. It's close to ideal conditions, soil conditions, as far as moisture. Temperature's a whole nother story. Calendar's another story, but it's dry. Okay, we got our toner, and we're back at the farm. Dad has been working on getting that sprayer pump out. He said he's got it all loose, just needs to take out a bolt and get it on the ground, and it's heavy, so we're gonna help him do that. Hopefully the bolt stays in place. All right, we're trying to get that pump out from up there. what happens when I get the nut? Well, well, there's our pump. We got it out of there. It's too small. We're gonna take it in the shop to put the seal kit in. All right, here's our pump. I cleaned it up a little bit, and we're gonna take the motor off. Hydraulic motor. Dad's got the bolts loose. We just got to get it broke off of there, and then we're gonna take this thing apart. Okay. These bolts here, there's 8 of them all the way around, got to come off, and then we'll see what we're dealing with inside. Okay, so here is where we are at. We've got this pump all disassembled. Notice all the parts laying everywhere. This is the top half, the housing. I think they call it a flange, actually. I don't know. It looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't think we need to replace anything on that. This is the other half of the housing. It's a little rusty, but this is not where our solution actually goes. You'll notice these are open. I think it's sort of for cooling, actually. We've got some bearings in here that need to be replaced, so we're going to work on that. This is the impeller. I haven't inspected this real close, but it doesn't seem to be in too bad of shape. The issue is this piece. So this is what they call a flange. It fits down on top of this one, and see down in there is where this O-ring was. It sits down there, and look how rusted and pitted that is. That is where our leak was coming from. We're not going to get a good seal there, so we need to replace this piece right here. Turns out there's a John Deere dealer about 25 miles from here that has one. Dad's going to run and get it. How much? Write your guesses down now. I'll tell you when Dad gets back. It's not cheap. All right, while Dad runs and gets that stuff, I am going to get the gator out. We're going to go spread the clover seed. We got about 65 acres of clover seed to spread, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't know. So let's go do it. Okay, so I'm down here at my seed warehouse. Look, it's our corn planter. Here is our pallet of clover seed. Those 2 bags are Ladino clover. That's for Dad to seed down some filter strips with. This is our medium red clover. This is what we're seeding right now. We've got 400 pounds of it. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 bag in our seeder, and I can put more than that, but we're going to start with 1 so that we can run it out and see how close we are calibration-wise, our speed and our gate opening on the seeder, to make sure we're getting the right rate on. And then we'll load up the back with probably 3 more bags, 2, 3, and then we should be able to come back and get all the rest of it in a second trip. So we'll do it that way. All right. 50-pound bags. We're going to seed at 6 pounds to the acre. Dark. Holy cow, adjust. There we go. 6 pounds to the acre, so I'll have to do the math and see how far that should go. I'm going to put 3 more bags in the back of the gator. All right, we're in the wheat field. This is the same field that we were riding in when we were riding with Dad in the sprayer, putting the nitrogen on with the boys the other day. We've got our GPS and monitor all set up here, I think. This is new to me, so I think, but we're spreading clover seed. We're in the right field. We've got a 30-foot track spacing, and I should just hit this work on-off button here, and it should record what we are doing. So we need to hit this button to turn our seeder on, put her in gear, and as we start going, we open the gate. Now we drive and follow the line as best we can. I think we need to be driving about 17 or 18 miles an hour, and we go until it's empty and see how far we made it. Well, we're about empty. It's not quite empty, but close. We did 8.77 acres. At 6 pounds the acre, 50 pounds should have done 8.33. So we're just a smidge low rate. We got a few too many acres, which means we need to slow down 1 mile an hour. That's pretty easy and doable. So we're gonna throw these other 3 bags in and spread them out, and then we'll go get the rest. We were supposed to get to like 25 acres or a little over 24, so I slowed down too much. Should have drove faster. That's all right. Oh, golly. We'll go back and get our other last 4 bags and finish this up. It's full, almost, but it all fit, all 4 bags. Just finishing up this backfield here, 45 acres, and we're going to go up and do that one in the front now. We should be fairly close on clover seed. It looks about right. I don't know. Well, I finished this one up. I'd say I did okay. That's all we got left. So what I'm going to do is go back in this backfield, and we're going to go around the outside, because I don't really do the end rows when I spread. I just kind of make the turns, so we'll just use that up on the ends in the back, or if we have to, we'll go around the front here again, but that'll use it up. Cool, good deal. Okay, we're back to the pump project. I got the clover seed all done. I got the motor or the shaft out. We've got to get these bearings off and put new ones on, so take it over here to the bench. I got the bearings off. Sorry, yeah, hard to film. Anyway, we've got new snap rings, so those go on to keep the bearings separated. So I'm going to put those on first, and then we'll put these bearings on, and then we can put it back in the housing over there. I tried my best to clean up this shaft. It's a little bit pitted, but better than it was, so I think it will be okay. This bearing fits on this side. We're gonna have to press it on there probably, and that one goes down on the bottom. Nice and easy. I'll get the other one and do it the opposite way. Kind of like that. All right. Well, the bearings are in. I got that heavy snap ring put back in. That's a tight one. Dad has been cleaning this half up, doing a real nice job on that. There's our impeller. We got to get the seal in next, and I'm going to make sure we read the directions before we do that. I actually think this rubber piece goes on and covers that bearing up. And then we've got to put that piece that Dad went and got. What did he do with that? Let's go find it. Right here. All right. So here's our old one. And you can see that we're pitted up pretty good in there. Here's the new one. Nice, smooth machine surface. So, did anybody get it right? How much this piece cost? Let me get the exact number for you. Pressed flange. $757. This number here, coincidentally, is the cost of the whole pump. Just buy a new one. That number is just the seal kit that we're putting in. Youch. All right. Well, I put that new flange, or new, whatever they're going to call this piece, back in there. I sprayed some fluid film in there to try and prevent that little bit of corrosion and rusting on the underside of that. This piece gets sandwiched between the two and held in place. So, yeah, it doesn't spin or anything like that. But we need to make sure we get this nice and clean. There's just a little grit on it, probably because my hands are dirty. We'll get a clean rag. This here is our new seal. This thing here is super fragile and expensive, so don't break it. But it fits down in there. You guys can watch from up there. All right. I'm gonna go wash my hands before I do this. Okay. So this part fits down in there. It says to lubricate everything good. That's the right side down. O-ring down. Is that O-ring attached to that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Insert key into shaft slot. Place impeller on the shaft.
Of course, threads are should
Should be fairly easy.
There it goes. Gotta put screwdrivers to hold it.
Probably.
Which way you going?
This way.
I might need a longer one.
Try again, or are you gonna do a longer one? Let me hold this one. Put that back. Okay. Okay, well, there it is, all put back together. We'll get it put back on the sprayer some other time. Not going to happen today, but should be good to go. Should have fixed our leaks. I'm sure that plate there that was all corroded was the problem. So looks good. All right, guys, I am ready to go home, but I promised you yesterday that I would talk about sprayer tires, and I'm sure this video is already too long, so I shouldn't do this today, but we're going to do it anyway. So if you guys have watched my last few videos, you have been very observant and noticed that the back tires are on backwards. Yes, they are. That is semi-intentional, and there's a reason for it, a very good reason. I'll turn around so the sun's not glaring in your face. So when we put the floater tires on, I'm not quite so worried about getting good traction and getting stuck because, well, we have big wide floater tires and we're going to float. They're more to spread out weight and compaction so we don't create any ruts or stuff like that in our wheat fields and our corn and beans if we can get them sprayed before we have to switch the tires. So on the front, I still need to be able to turn really good. So we leave the tires on the right way because it helps grab when you're turning and give you some go. The sprayer is four-wheel drive, full-time four-wheel drive. It's hydraulic-driven motors, hydraulic motors on each wheel. But so on the back, I turn the tires around backwards with the floaters to let it, so it doesn't wear so bad. You get less wear on your tires with the tread pattern that way, especially on the road. Now, I do not do that with the skinny tires because the skinny tires, we need the traction to keep everything moving, and they just don't have as much flotation and ability to bite. So, but with floater tires, to try and prevent some wear, plus I have this theory that if you do get stuck, then your tires are on backwards. So when you got to back out, you got traction going backwards, right? I don't know. But it is not a mistake. It is what I was trying to do, and I just didn't address it when we were changing tires. So to the 30-some of you that have commented and told me that my tires are on backwards, thank you. I'm aware. Now, I'm heading home. All of a sudden, in the last couple of days, since we missed that last rain, it was supposed to happen Thursday. Was that yesterday? Maybe Wednesday. I don't remember. I feel like we're behind, and we've got all kinds of stuff to do. So there's a pretty good chance I'm going to be around the farm at some point or most of the weekend here trying to catch up on some stuff. And when I said this morning that things were getting ready to break loose here, I'm not joking. By Monday, I expect to be full bore into tillage, possibly getting started tomorrow or Saturday. And it's about to get real exciting. So I've got to get field cultivators hooked up and ready to go, checked over. We got to get the disc hooked up and ready to go. I got to get that anhydrous bar and that tractor out of the shop and put back together. I'm getting there on that, but I got a lot of stuff to do, and all of a sudden I ran out of time. So it's still early. It's not a big deal, but it's time to go. So, thanks for watching today. We'll see about this weekend, whether I make another video or not, but I'll try. And hit that like and subscribe button. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Really, you should be subscribing because it's getting good here. We're back in the swing of things. It feels good to be back in the fields doing some work, getting something done, and not stuck in a shop all the time. So, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.